Welcome to the 4th annual Mechatronics 301 Robotics Competition, or the Search and Rescue RoboCup. This is a semester-long course, or a semester-long project, and what you're about to see is the culmination of that project. The students have been working in teams of 3, and in one case teams of 4, or a team of 4, to develop autonomous robots. So when I say autonomous, what I mean is they aren't remote controlled, there's no human interference. They turn these things loose in the arena and just have to hope that it's actually going to do what they intended it to do. What do they actually need to have it do? Well, they've known from the start that they're going to be operating in an arena that looks like this, with a barrier somewhere in the arena. They only found out last week where that wall was going to be. And their target is plastic cups. So just plain old plastic cups. Now, in previous years, the goal was pick up 3 plastic cups, which sounds easy, but only a few teams have actually ever managed to do it in competition. The trick is not just being able to do it, but being able to do it reliably. But, you know, since a few teams did reasonably well last year, we thought, why not make it more interesting this year, or more difficult? So this year there are more cups in the arena. If you look, you'll see a lot more than 3. There are 4 of these single plastic cups, or polystyrene cups. Each one is worth 1 point. Somewhere around here, you'll find some stacks of 2 cups. And there is also a single stack of 3 cups. Now, the 3-cup stack is worth 4 points, so the equivalent of 4 of the other cups. The tricky part is that the stacks of 2 cups are worth -3 points each. Not only do they have to find cups and pick them up, they have to make sure they pick up the right ones. Now, to make things a little bit easier, they are actually allowed to pick up the 2-cup stacks. That's okay. They're just not allowed to have them still on the robot at the end of the competition. So what you'll find is some teams have adopted the strategy of not picking them up at all, and a lot of them have decided that instead they'll pick them up and dump them out before they signal that they're done. They get 1 8-minute shot to do all of this, and I guess we'll see how well they've done once we get started here. First up, we've got Team 6, which is Anna, Alistair, and Damien.
Okay. So first we're just driving forward to get to the middle, and then hopefully it should see the cup. We'll use the camera to look for any cups, and then it'll start approaching the cup if it sees them, or continue searching. And it's seen the first cup, so it's going to start going towards it. It goes quite slowly so that it doesn't lose track of the cup at all, and then adjusts the position depending on where it goes, and, well, picked it up. Okay, now it's going to continue searching until it sees another one, and I think it's seen that 2-cup stack down there maybe, and then it picked up the wall, so that's why it went away a bit, and now I think it's searching again. The arm comes down, and the height of the cup is determined from a potentiometer, which is a variable resistor, so you get a different voltage at the different heights of different cups. Don't worry about that cup, it's only 2. So. Yeah, we're fine. I think I know what's happened. I think I can see that cup over there, and it's stuck on the wall, so it's going to keep trying to go to that cup, I believe. A nudge. I don't know. It's on. Doesn't look like it's going to get out, so apparently we're allowed to give it a little nudge just to get it going, and we might lose some points for that. searching. Found. Doesn't look like the IR was disabled. Oh. Pretty sure I picked up the relay. I think it's stuck in another loop now. It's going in a circle to search, but then it's seeing that wall and then going backwards and then going to the same search pattern. So, but it looks like it might be getting out of it now. Nope. We still have 2 minutes to go, so hopefully we can get some more points. I think it's found the cup now, so it's left it. Okay, that's time, everyone. Looks like we can do as well as we thought.
Okay, that's the end of the 8 minutes. So we're going to stomp Team 6 right there. Let's give them a hand. The next team up is Team 3, Francis, Nick, and Sarah. In the meantime, Sarah will entertain you with stories about how her robot works.
Hey guys. Okay, so first of all, the main difference you'll notice with our robot is that we don't have a webcam on it. Most of the groups have been using webcam, but we've actually chosen to use infrared sensors instead, which has been really exciting. And the other thing is that most of the groups are interfacing with their robots, like controlling their robots using a wireless system, whereas we've got an actual embedded microprocessor board on our robot which controls it, which means we don't have any time lag, which is quite good most of the time. The IR sensors are mounted on this rotating arm and they swing around, and the robot identifies the closest point and from that can identify any walls around it, and it's got a wall following exploration pattern. And hopefully, see here, it's identified that cup, so it's going to move hopefully to align itself with that cup. Well, that's the plan. If it does try to align itself and then can't find the cup, it switches back into wall following mode because it realises that it couldn't find the edges of the cup. So if it detects the cup, it goes back and tries to find each edge. If it can't find them, it says it wasn't a cup, which is how we get rid of any interference and stuff. To identify the cups, you'll notice there's some infrared sensors mounted on the bottom of the arm and another one on the top. The difference between the values that we read from these sensors tell us if we've got a cup or not. This is one of the least ideal situations. We're going to just solely concentrate on picking up the 2-cup stacks today, apparently. So we've got that grab a hand and just a winch that lifts up the thing. Not really. We're now in negative points, so this is not ideal. Oh, good. No, it doesn't. So hopefully it's noticed that it's identified a cup in a position that it won't be able to turn towards in the distance that it's got to get to the cup. And it started moving away from it, but then it decided not to do that. Our robot is known alternatively as gentle or hide, depending on how it's behaving. Unfortunately, we don't see a lot of gentle. And so to get through that gap is actually quite difficult. To identify if there's a corner, the infrared sensors, the readings from the infrared sensors are monitored to see trends. So when the distance stops increasing and starts decreasing, that means you found a corner. So we've sort of modified that to try and get through the gap, which isn't going to work for us today. That was just a little manoeuvre. It's going to fit itself in between the wall and the other one. So there's limit switches on that rotating arm that keep getting hit, which is why it's moving backwards, but hopefully it will be able to get itself out of the situation. All right, good. Oh. Yeah, the Perspex grabber has been interesting when the robot kind of just moves forward. We've had a few breakages. So there you can see it moved back because it was too close and wouldn't be able to move towards the cup. And each time it moves, when it identifies the cup and moves, it then predicts the position that the cup should be in after that motion, and depending on that, it scans a little bit. That has never happened before. So it's locked onto this 1-cup stack, so hopefully we'll come find it. Come on. so that the flaps further forward. We can, but we get penalised for it. Oh, but we can't stop it moving, can we? I can't believe it's never happened. That actually has not ever happened. Oh, yeah. Okay, so with the exploration pattern that our robot does, it follows walls on its right-hand side, so you can see it sort of circulating in this area. That limit switch didn't work anyway, so it's all good. So hopefully we'll go around. The robot follows walls at a set distance, so no one really cares. It's alright. How long do we have? 2 minutes. Those falling over ones are going to screw us over now. Picking up fallen over cups, so this is quite good. We're happy with it. Actually, if you listen really carefully, you can hear a clicking sound, and that... Okay, it didn't do it that time. But when it identifies the cup, it switches a relay, and you can hear between the two bottom IR sensors, and you can hear a clicking sound. There.
You pick it up in 10 seconds.
Come on.
5, 4, 3,
No, we can't.
2, 1. This is the Mechatronics 301 robot competition. Hopefully you're here for that. If you're not, it's a cool competition. Stick around and watch it.
Hey everyone. You'll probably get an odd sense of deja vu from this one actually. It's quite similar to the last design here. Like before, we've got no webcam, and so it uses infrared sensors to detect the cups, and because of that we could also use an onboard computer rather than using the wireless, and so we're able to get faster control times and everything, which hopefully improve the performance of the robot today. Cool, and so we're away. And so as you can see, it's got this scanning arm up the front, and so it looks from left to right, and it looks at the difference between the two sensors on the front. Oi! Shut up! Thanks, Phil. And if there's a difference between the two of them over a large proportion of the scan, then it can tell that there's a cup there and it's not a wall or a barrier or anything like that. And so it's spotted that there, and as you can see, it's actually taking small steps and then rescanning and then small steps. And that's, oh, go back. And that's so that if it takes a step forward and it loses the cup, it doesn't get too focused on it and go off on a tangent. It can go off and...
Damaging cups is bad, by the way.
Cool, and so it's trying to get... Oh, no. It's trying to get the same distance, it's trying to get a perfect distance between the cup, and so that way when it comes down, it knows exactly where it is, and so it can measure the height based on the angle that it comes down at. And so then you can see if it's 3, 2, or 1, or fallen over. Cool, so it looks like it spotted that 2 stack over there, but doesn't want to move. Why is that happening? Oh, it is a new battery? Oh.
If it reverses back, it's still got a chance to get that cup.
How's it looking over there?
Come on. How far back is it supposed to reverse?
And so when it comes up against the wall, those little triggers on there tell it that it's gone too close, and so it can come back. I hope so. It's doing it nice and consistently upstairs.
What's it supposed to be doing?
Why does it pick up cup so far away? It's not moving.
Keep on that. Keep on that.
And so hopefully now it's realised that there's no cups, and so when it scans it's not seeing anything, and so it's driving a larger distance, but then it's going to stop after a while and rescan rather than trying to scan while it's going. Yes, there you go.
But then what?
So just in case we don't get to see any cups getting collected, what happens is once it gets to the fixed distance that it wants to be, once it gets to the right distance, it comes down at 3 different levels, which correspond to how high the cup should be if they're different size stacks. And it sticks them on with this tape here, and then centers up and brings it back. And then if it was a two cup stack, then it's going to throw it in this left bin here, and otherwise it's going to throw it in the right one. As you can see, it's got some nice boxing gloves on. And then just before the run's over, it should empty out whatever's in that left bin, and so we don't have any of the negative valued cups. Why is it not moving? What's the time? Cool, and so it's locking onto that 2 cup stack there. It's making small movements so it can be as precise as possible when it gets up to it. There's very little angular distance between the different sizes of the cups.
Looks like it's almost too much of an angle for it.
And so that cup there's triggered the little sensor, and so it's probably thinking that it's a wall, but it's not.
We'll stop it there. All right. Thank you, teammate. Okay, hopefully by now, those of you who thought this sounded like an easy task are starting to realize it's actually a lot more difficult than it seems. So we're 3 teams in now. We've got another 5 to go, and next up is team number 2, Charles, Patrick, and Sam. So one thing to notice here is that every team, even though they started with exactly the same kit of materials, has adopted a slightly different approach to doing things. I mean, we've seen sticky pads trying to whack down on top of cups. We've seen little grippers trying to pick them up. These guys have a lasso on the end of a 4-bar linkage. Everybody tries something different.
This is our robot, and our team is Charles and Patrick, and I'm Sam. All right, we'll start it soon. Ready? On. And it started. All right, so it's got a webcam on the top there with a servo on it, so it's allowing it to look around quite a bit. It's seen that cup straight ahead of it, and it's slightly overcorrecting as it looks, but you see the camera pans again, and hopefully we'll find it. When the light goes on, it thinks it's close. All right. I think the light in here is a bit darker than we anticipated, so the webcam's not working quite as well as we hoped. Hopefully, all right. Now, because it can't see anything, it's hopefully going to reverse. Look around again. Can see that 2 stack, which everyone's robot seems to like a lot today. Now I can see that cup. Okay, it might have found that cup in a way that's going to work. Charles and Patrick did most of the hardware, which looks really good. I did the software, which is, we'll see how that goes. All right, well, it's going over there now. That wall there is quite a pain. Getting past it was a miracle, to be honest, just then. Well, yeah, hopefully. We're going for the high points just behind. All right. Okay, because the image is a bit darker than we want, it's just dropped the thing now and trying to pick it up. It knows it hasn't got a cup though, so it'll try again. You'll see that the gripper works very nicely. Well, luckily we're picking up the one that scores us points. Oh. It's quite a perfectionist in that it's... No? Alright. Okay, well it's gone past that cup. Now it's having a look around. Can't see anything, gonna reverse. It'll see that cup again. And it's just looking. Now it's seen it. Now it's probably overshot it again. Oh no, maybe. It is a lot darker than we thought it would be in here. If you guys could all move away from that back window, it'd be excellent. If you could, that'd be really great. If you could move away from that back window, it would be fantastic. Thanks, guys. The more light in here, the better, right? So it's really got this cup. It knows it's there. It's just Struggling to get into a position where I can actually go and pick it up. All right, now no, it doesn't like that. We're making it look bad, Alan. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. It's thinking the cup's further away than it actually is, because the way we're finding cups is with edge detection. Hold on. Oh, he's nailed it.
How many minutes to go? We've got 4 minutes left.
We've got 4 minutes left, and we've got -2 points at this stage. -3 points. Alan increased that just recently. So that's our mechanism for, yeah, see, hardware works. That's our mechanism for putting the cups there. This will be interesting, to be honest. If there's no cups ahead of it, it often doesn't do much. We tried to make it search better, but in the limited time we had, we didn't really get much done, so we kind of hoped that there'd always be cups ahead of us. With any luck, though, it's now tried twice. Can't find anything. It's going to drive forward on this next time, with any luck. This is our way of stopping it from just reversing into this wall the whole time. But it's not doing that. I'm not sure if we tested this aspect. I can tell you it definitely will get rid of that 2 stack, so we're looking at a score of 0 at this stage. Come on, robot. It just saw a cup on its right. I think it's seen that cup on its right over here, and it's realised it can't get there in one turn, so it's trying to reverse, but that's not proving a good strategy. There are quite a few situations our robot can get in that it can't get out of. We've discovered that quite recently. This could well be one of them. We'll see how we go. We've got like 2 minutes left.
2 minutes.
Yeah, no, we're stuck. We're well and truly stuck. Can't believe I missed all these ones, eh? It's just a light. Well, not every time, but yeah. The robot you're looking at right now could do almost exactly what it's doing right now, about a month ago. Since then, we've kind of plateaued in our progress, and yeah, it was working better 2 weeks ago.
1 minute.
1 minute to go, not long now. So what it's doing is it's seeing this cup on the right here, it's trying to approach it, but it knows it can't get there in one turn, so it's trying to reverse to come at a different angle, and then it's losing sight of it, and when it loses sight of it, it reverses, and so we're getting into the situation here. How long do you? So you got 20 seconds to go. Oh, hold on. Go robot. Go robot.
10 seconds.
It's going to, in 5 seconds it's going to, and we're...
4, 3, 2,
and we're done.
Thank you, Sam. So that was Team 2, Cheryl, Patrick, and Sam. Next up, we've got Team 1, Alex, Michael, and Nick.
Okay, well, this is our robot, right? He goes by many names, a lot of which are inappropriate, so we won't talk about them. It has been working well recently, but we're not really sure how it's going to work now. We've opted for the webcam choice. Yeah, here we go, it's going now. It spotted that cup right there in front, and it's driven up to it. It's got close, and now it's going to like approach it slowly so it gets it in the right place. And the webcam's going to come and look straight over it, and it's going to be right there. Look at it, and now it's backing up. Now it's going to bring down the gripper. Yep, perfect. And pick up the cup and store it when it comes up. No, just a false alarm. No, we're not going to do that. We might come and do it now. No, probably not. So yeah, now it's, I don't really know what it's doing actually. Having a bit of a spaz. Alright, here we go. No, so it's moved up now. It's spotted the cup again. It's going to drive up to it again, get the webcam right over it. And then, yep, it's going to back up again. This time, we might have a bit of luck. Yeah. It's going to check the height actually. I forgot to tell you that. No.
It's releasing it because it thinks there's nothing there. It's the
is the height check? Okay, the height check is not working, that's why. And that's probably not our fault. It kind of looks like it's going to be stuck doing this for 8 minutes though. What do you think we should do? Yeah, pretty gutted. While we're stuck in this exciting thing that's going on, our lecturer Alan was talking about it was a semester-long course, but I know a lot of groups, most of the work was actually done in 1 week, the week that's just been, which we think is a great testament to time management.
Thanks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's all on you. Yeah, well, it's highly entertaining. Of course. Everyone will have fun if we do it. We don't mind getting negative points for it. It'll look way funner though. It normally works quite well. I think it's just decided that it's got a bit of stage fright or something. Maybe if all you guys cheered it on. No, it's still not going to work. Yeah?
I'm going to stop it and start again.
Okay. Yeah. Hang on. No, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to work. Ever. At least it's different. What do you want to do, Drinky? I don't actually think we did.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, well, a pure act of God has caused the robot to move. I don't know if you saw that. So yeah, it's going to start again now. It's going to search for the cup. It's having a bit of a spaz as well. But pretty much what's happening is it's seeing the cup on the top of its vision, and it's trying to move forward towards it. And when it moves forward, it loses it from its vision a little bit because it moves the thing down and it just goes up. And so it tries to search for it again. So fortunately, once again, it's probably going to do this for a while.
I'm sorry, we're really entertaining. Yeah, I'm quite embarrassed, to be honest. That's okay. We probably did well in the report, and that's all that matters. So. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Now watch, because things might happen. Yeah. Yeah. Picking up. Just checking height. Found out it's a good height. And just. Yes! So it's not worth points, but we're still pretty happy. Now it's just going to go, yeah, drive along. It's hit a limit switch, which means it's on a corner, so it's going to evade away from the corner. Now it's hit a back switch, so it's going to go forward again. It's going to go towards the wall, avoid the wall. This is our search pattern, by the way. This is what's happening. So there's an IR sensor at the front, and when it gets close to the wall, it'll start turning one way. And if it gets too close and it knocks one of the limit switches, then it'll reverse around and go somewhere else. So now it's kind of got caught in a little circle a bit, but might get out of it if we're lucky. Here we go. Well, if it does happen, it might happen now actually. Yep. Okay. What happens is we decided for a different kind of idea with the. Okay, maybe it's not gonna work. I'll tell you anyway. Most people go for the whole. We'll store the 2 stack cups, and then after 8 minutes, or like before 8 minutes, we'll drop them out. Oh no! Let's go for the multiple points. This one's worth heaps of points. So even though we're not getting points, it's moral points, so we'll still win. I can't even see it. Is it picking it up? Yeah? No, wait. We tried. Can we put it in front of 2 seconds and see if it'll work?
No, I made it to pick up everything.
Okay, well, yeah. The 2 stack thing wouldn't have worked anyway. Back to that. Okay. But, no. Now it's got its eyes set on this singular cup. As you can see, our robot's pretty good at this kind of thing. It's just not really performing too well in the whole storage kind of part. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's not going to happen, but I will tell you anyway about the 2 stacks. That most people store them, but we decided that that was really lame, and everyone was doing that, so we want to be different. And what we do, you won't see, but we drive up to it, pick it up, and we search for a wall, and we'll drive to that wall, and we'll put the gripper over the edge of the wall and throw it out of the arena.
5 seconds.
5 seconds, yeah. It's not going to happen because it's too close to the wall as well. It's just like, nah, don't want to do that.
It's time.
Yeah. So we go destroy it.
And we're going to put Team 5 in. So this is Alex, Campbell, and Paul. And we'll just give them a couple of seconds to get set up here, and we'll get going.
Our robot, as you can see, has a lovely soft foam claw, which hopefully means that it can take a little bit of abuse up against a wall when it's finding a cup there. With a bit of luck, we will start. Huzzah! So our robot generally drives around using the ultrasound on the front and the contact switches to detect walls. It moves reasonably fast, I suppose, compared to other robots. And with a bit of luck, we should pretty soon have our first cup, which looks as though it's going to be the 2. So as you can see, the claw folds up around the wall, and it's realised that it's getting a bit too close to that wall, and should hopefully get the cup. It'll be hitting that left trip switch on the far side. totally touching the cup out there. It's going to be really awkward if it stays here for the next few minutes. It is getting closer. Oh, come on. I told you this cup was going to be closer. I think it's
nearly getting close.
The trouble is it's hitting the trip switch when it gets close. This is the particular situation we were really hoping to avoid. Just try to get out of it. It's because it's hitting that left trip switch at the same time. It didn't trip that. So basically, in case you haven't figured out by now, by the repetitiveness of it, it is approaching the cup and then it's tripping the left-hand trip switch at the front, telling it it's up against the wall. The standard procedure for that is to reverse on an angle and try to reapproach. As you can see, it's not particularly successful. No, because the trip switch is shut, even if it does get close, it's not going to trip.
Well, yeah, eventually it's going to match the thing completely out. It's going to hit the trip switch.
Probably 9 minutes later.
Yeah, probably. I mean, well, you basically have two options. You can let it keep doing this and see if it works out, but you can give it a bit of a nudge, but you won't get as many points for cups that you do.
We don't get any points. We don't get any.
I'll give you some credit in terms of percentages, in terms of scoring the competition.
What are you going to do? If we nudge it out, we earn less credit, but we can continue.
Let's try this. Let's nudge it out.
We're out of the competition now, but we still have a percentage for
If we stay in this game, if we don't, what about if we It's just moving.
Just make sure it's enough. All right, we're going to give it a little bit of a helping hand, just to give you guys something to watch. With a bit of luck, you can hear the winch winding in. Now, oh, that's awkward. All right, so it will realise that it hasn't got a cup. It thinks it's picked one up currently, which is why it's sort of doing a little boogie, because it thinks the cup is possibly stuck in the chute. It'll realise that it isn't in a moment, and we'll have another go at the cup. What's happening, Charles? All right, so you should see it grip in again. Looks as though it's got it this time. And we now have a 2. It sizes that, determines that it is a 2 stack, and stores it in the back. At which point it will continue. Thank you, Patrick. And in another act of God. Oh, how on earth did that happen? All right, God's going to take a second shot. There we go. All right, so it will go round. It should see this cup. Yes, it has. It's put the claw down. And it will approach said cup. Realise that it's close enough. close the claw, lift the claw, drop it down, it will size it. It's a single cup, so we should hear a bit of noise soon. The spooling up the motor, love it. It has a little thing to flick the cups to the front. Alright, so with a bit of luck, it is a speedy little craft and we'll head down the other end in the minute we've got left. Alright, with a bit of luck it'll head straight for that 2, which is, you know, not worth a lot of points, but, oh no, we're going to find that lovely wall again. It's a beautiful wall, Alan, thanks for that. So it should hopefully get this one in the time limit. It realised it's up against a wall using the trip switch, so it reversed. Now it's going to realise that it's stuck, starts oscillating to put it down. Then because it's a single cup, it will spool up and then store it on top of the chassis. And then it's realised the time is up, so it drops the 2s and stops.
Okay, so 2 teams left to go. It sounds like Laura, Op and Stephen are ready, so we'll get Team 7 in here. And then it's just Team 4 left.
Alan, let's start it, sorry. Let's go. Hey guys, I'm Laura, and our robot has already started. Sorry about before, we had a loose connection with the battery. It uses a webcam to find the cups and a bunch of sensors to navigate around the arena. It has a pretty random search pattern, and it got a pretty simple mechanism for picking up the cups. Just runs off a DC motor, and then reflectance sensors are used to measure how many cups are in the stack once it's been collected. Oh, and it thought that it was a 1 or 3 cup stack, and now it's stuck. It's probably not going to move now. No. It's not going to move for 8 minutes. Can I go move it? Yeah. It doesn't actually matter because it won't think, it realises that there's no cup there, hopefully. Pardon? There's 3 reflectance sensors on the chute, and the bottom one's triggered if there's a 1 cup, and all of them are triggered if there's a 3 cup, and if a cup doesn't land in the chute. Try over here. It's currently trying to drive towards a cup. It can see the 3 cup stack, but it can't get around the wall, so it's just going to stay there because it wants to drive through the wall or something. We've touched it so many times now. I think getting through that gap was way more difficult than we'd anticipated, eh?
Don't go right. Just don't go right.
Yes! Probably going to get stuck again because it just keeps reversing until it can find the cup again, but it's lost it, so stuck in an infinite loop. How many points am I losing? A lot. Arbitrary. Yeah, it's just that this is pull the spring out.
What's the time? Go to 3.5 minutes.
Oh, surprise. Don't really know what it's doing now. The battery's probably run out a bit and it's going too slow. No, I changed it, but we didn't have time to test it, so. Okay, it's stuck. No, it's not. It's picking up the cup now. Well, we're currently sitting on -1, and we're going to stay at -1, so... No, -2 actually. Oh no. Yeah, envelope. Ten seconds. Yes. It had nothing in it though. Cool. It's finished. It should be playing a song.
Oh, it's done?
Yeah, the 2-cup collection books. So I think we got -2.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks, Laura.
Thanks.
Okay, so we're down to lucky last. Team 4, Hope, James, and Josh.
This is, we call him our normally operational robotic mechanism, or NORM for short. He's a beautiful creation. We think he looks kind of like a peacock crossed with a triceratops and a wheelbarrow. Hopefully he'll do all right. And we're off. Oh, chill out. Okay. Sorry? Okay, so right now he's trying to pick up a cup, which is good. The way our robot works is we have a webcam mounted at the front, which is to identify cups. We chose to mount it really low so that we can see. How he works anyway is our webcam's mounted low to the ground so that it can see cups against the horizon, which means that we don't get glare off the floor. He navigates by 3 sensors mounted around the front of him and 1 at the back, and he's got bumper switches at the front, which every time it hits a wall, they trigger these switches, which makes him reverse away, which is what he's supposed to be doing. Yeah, what do we do?
You're winning, so just don't do anything. That's fine, just run
What happens? So if we just run down the timer, we win.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, no, but Mexico's got one more. Yeah, but they interfered with their robot.
Just when it's something.
What was that?
Just when it's something else. Like,
Well, no, we want to find out what happens. What's that?
Is it going to be sitting there forever?
well, yeah.
Well, it depends.
He's failed to
I don't think
recognise his trip.
Yeah.
The trip's broken.
His
or
bumper switch is
something.
not working, so he's
And
stuck
so
in a loop.
he's going forward because you can see the cup. So he's not going to change his direction.
It's 100% stuck. So calls on you. We're just waiting on finding out about the rules to find out if we interfere with our robot, if that will change our score in any way. So it's up to the Lord and Master, Alan McInnes. He's a wonderful man.
But if they move it, they're out of the competition. That's the thing. If they leave it in there, then technically they would win. Given the points are all over the map and there are a lot of negative points, we're probably going to not declare a winner this year. This is not the first year this has happened because it's a difficult competition. I think we're going to declare everybody first equal in this case as far as the competition goes.